Election Commission of India. It is a permanent and independent body, is given under Article 324 in Part 15, conducts election of Parliament, President, Vice President and State Legislative Assembly. Article 324 determines that the Election Commission shall consist of Chief Election Commissioner and such numbers of other election commissioners. The appointment of Chief Election Commissioner and other election commissioner are made by the President. President may also appoint regional commissioners after consultation with the Chief Election Commissioner. The services and tenure are determined by the President. They hold office for 6 years or until they attain the age of 65 years. Okay. Chief Election Commissioner can also be removed from his office in the same manner and ground as the judge of a Supreme Court. Means he can be removed by President on the basis of motion passed by the Parliament. Thus, he doesn't hold the office till the pleasure of the President. Any other election commissioner or regional election commissioner can be removed by the President only after the recommendation of Chief Election Commissioner. The retiring election commissioner are not debarred from further appointment by the government. Election commissioner grants recognition to political parties. Election Commission grants recognition to political parties, advise President and Governor on the matters of disqualification of members, etc. State Election Commission, State Election Commissioner under Article 243K appointed by Governor but can only be removed by President in the same manner as the judge of a High Court. Elections. Currently, there is one Chief Election Commissioner and 2 Election Commissioner in the Election Commission. There is only one electoral roll for every constituency. No person is ineligible for voting on the basis of caste, sex or race, religion. Any person reached age 18 can cast his vote by 61st Constitutional Amendment Act of 1988. Parliament as well as the state legislature can make laws with respect to the elections. All the matters of dispute are triable by concerned High Court, and Article 323B empowers the legislature to set up a tribunal for the dispute redressal. Article 325, every person is eligible to be involved in electoral roll. Article 326 says the age for the elections should be on the basis of adult suffrage. Article 327, 328, powers of Parliament and state to make laws on elections. Article 329, bar on interference by court in electoral process. The Model Code of Conduct was agreed by all parties in 1968. The first election commission, first effectively put to use that in year 1991. Okay. Section 126A of the Representation of People Act 1951 prohibit conduction of exit polls and dissemination of their result during the hours fixed for commencement of polls and half hours after the time for close of polls. Okay. Section 126 prohibit displacing any election matters by any means during the period of 48 hours ending with the conclusion of polls. Article 127 Section 127A mandates. Okay, these all sections are part of Representation of People Act 1951. Okay. Section 127A mandate to print the name of printer and publisher of poster and pamphlets. Article 81 and 170 tells about the maximum number of seats in Parliament and in Legislative Assembly and the provisions to follow during allocating the seats. Or in constituencies. Okay, section 29A and 29C provides for registration of political parties. Article 330 and 332 provides for refixing the numbers of seats reserved for SC/STs in the Lok Sabha and Legislative Assembly on the basis of census of 2001. Anti-defection law. This is introduced by 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1985. Under the 10th schedule, a member of House belongs to any political party becomes disqualified for being a member of Parliament, member of the House, if he voluntarily give up the membership of party, if he votes or abstain against the direction of the party without prior permission of 15 days, an independent member if he joins any party after elections, for nominated members if they join any party after 6 months. Exceptions. By 91st Constitutional Amendment Act of 2003 provide the disqualification does not apply if the two-third members of the party left the party and joins any other party or create a new party. If a person is elected as a presiding officer of the house, he can give up his membership of the party. Deciding authority lies with the presiding officer of the house. Kyoto Holohan case 1993 decision of presiding officer can be challenged in the court. 91st Constitutional Amendment Act 2003 says total number of ministers including prime minister shall not exceed 15% of the total strength of the Lok Sabha under Article 75 and for Legislative Assembly under Article 164. The presiding officer of the House is empowered to make rules to give effect to the defection laws provisions. The rules must be placed before the House within 30 days. The House may accept, approve, modify, or reject them. The defection is considered as breach of privileges of the House. The presiding officer can take any action on defection only after a written complaint from a member of the House. Okay. Let's see the political parties. These are voluntary associations of individuals who share same political views. There were 6 national and 47 state parties in 1953. The Election Commission registers political parties for the purpose of election and grants them recognition as national or state parties on the basis of their poll governance performance. The recognition grants various privileges like party symbol, time for broadcast on national TV channel, and radio, and access to the electoral rolls. These parties needs only one proposer for filling the nomination, and also they are allowed to have 40 star campaigners during the time of election. The travel expenses of star campaigner are not included in the election expenditure. Condition for recognition as a national party: if if a party secures 6% of valid votes polled in any 4 or more states in general election of Lok Sabha or Legislative Assembly and wins 4 seats of any state. Second, if it wins 2% of seats in Lok Sabha and in 3 states. Third, if it's recognized as a state party in 4 states. Second, for conditions for recognition as state party. Okay, if it secures 6% vote in general election and wins 2% seats and wins 2 seats in Legislative Assembly. If it secures 6% vote in general elections to Lok Sabha and wins 1 seat in Lok Sabha. If win 3% seats in Legislative Assembly. If it secures 8% vote in election of Lok Sabha, then Election Commission can recognize it as a state party. So this is all about